Hello, kids. We're talking about numerical expressions again, and here's our target, 5.0a.2. I can write numerical expressions for given numbers with operational words. And all that means is this. 8 times, see, there's our operational word, okay? 8 times c. Now, how can you write 8 times c? C is a variable. It stands for a number. We don't know what number it is, but it stands for a number. So 8 times c would be 8 times c. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. It's exactly what it means. But there's a simpler way that can be written. You'll see it in middle school and high school this way. For college, you'll see it this way. And you'll see it on our assignment today this way. You'll see it as 8c. If there's no sign, you multiply. Just like parentheses, a number against parentheses, pushed up against parentheses with no operation sign, it means multiply. If you see a missing multiplication sign or a missing sign of any type, missing sign at all, it means multiply. So 8c means 8 times c. 5d means 5 times d. 12a means 12 times a. Just like that. Okay, it's multiplication. So be aware of that. Today's assignment will have some of that on it. Okay, also you'll see something like this. Let's see, I've got some examples right here. How would you write 5 less than the variable I? That's a variable I. 5 less than I. How would you write that? 5 less than I. It's 5 less than I. Okay, would you do it this way? I hope not. That's not 5 less than I. That's I less than 5. Remember, when you subtract, you got to be very careful about the order. If I'm taking away 5 from I, it's I take away 5. That's not a good intermediate way of saying that. We say I minus 5. Okay? I minus 5. That's how you write 5 less than I. Okay? Keep that in mind. Order when you subtract is very important. How would you write 10 larger than the letter P? 10 larger than the letter P. How could you write that? How about this? 10 plus P. Or I guess it could be, since it's a commutative property, addition is, it could be 10 plus, or P plus 10. Either way. That's 10 larger than the letter P. Okay? All right. If I'm working 3 hours, and I'm making X number of dollars per hour. X number, we don't know, it's a variable. X number of dollars an hour, I'm working 3 hours. How would I write that? Well, first off, it's a multiplication expression. So I would write 3 times X. That's confusing to have an X, what looks like an X, and an X. And these stand for two totally different things, okay? So the easy way to do it is just leave the sign out and just put 3x. That means 3 times x. It's not 3 times, it's 3x, okay? Which means 3 times x. All right? What about this? How would you write this? I have 9 players with 3 players per team. How do you like my handwriting? I don't either, okay? But 9 players with 3 players per team. We're trying to solve that. How would I write that? How would I work that out? How would I set that up as an expression so I could solve it later? What operation is it? Yeah, it's division. So you're dividing. You could do this. 9 divided by 3. That's totally okay. Make sure I write that neatly, 9 divided by 3. But this is how you'll see this today on your assignment the most often. It would be 9 divided by 3. Believe it or not, the bar means divide. This is a fraction, but a fraction is division. And if you don't believe me, what if you have one pizza and you divide it in 2 pieces? How much will each person have? One pizza divided by 2 people, and there's your answer. Each person will have 1/2 because division, fractions are division. That bar means divide. Another one. I have, watch this. I have 2 students, or let's say 2 pizzas, and I had 3 students. 2 pizzas and 3 students. If I was dividing that up, how much of a pizza would each student get? Some would say you can't divide 2 pizzas with 3 students, but you can, because each one would get 2/3, 2/3 of a pizza. Because fractions represent division. That's what they are. So 9 players splitting up 3 on a team, it's 9 divided by 3. Okay, let's try another one. If I have 12 players, and let's say I don't know how many per team, I'm going to use a variable. 9 players with R per team. With R number of players per team, the letter R, that's our variable. How would that look? How would you write that as an expression? You'd write it like this. 12 divided by R. The bar means divide. Right? 12. And you always read from top to bottom. Left to right, top to bottom. 12 divided by R. Okay? And there's your expression with division. You'll be seeing that a whole lot on your assignments today. Know that when you see a fraction, that represents division. Okay? And I had some examples up here. Let me pull one more down. Let's do this. The product of 4 and C. The product of 4 and C. Okay? What does product mean? What does product mean? You have to know that. Product means you're multiplying. Okay? You're multiplying 4 and C. So again, it's 4 times C, but you may not see that today because multiplication today very often is written as 4C. So be careful. Missing sign always means multiplying. Okay? Now let's go over something real quickly. Product is the answer when you multiply. Sum is the answer when you do what? Add. Difference is the answer when you subtract. And what do you call the answer when you divide? What do you call it? Quotient. That's the answer when you divide. So if it's find the quotient of 7 and M, the quotient of 7 and M, what you're going to do is you're going to do 7 divided by M. If I say the sum of 7 and M, 7 plus M. If I say the difference of 7 and M, 7 minus M. And if I say the product of 7 and M, I would say, and most likely today it will look like 7M. with no operation sign, just 7m. That means multiply 7 and m. Okay? If you've got that, you've got everything you need to know to be successful today on our assignment. There are 15 questions, and you will do extremely well on them. Okay, give it your best shot. Make sure you watch this video again if you need to. Sometimes it takes more than one viewing of it, and you'll have everything that you need to know. Good luck. You will do well.